May is Women's Health Month, and nobody can be a better advocate for your health than you yourself. No one should care more about your body than you, right? Joining me this morning is Nicole Wipp. She is founder and lead attorney of the Family and Aging Law Center, and she's here to really talk about how we can better advocate for ourselves with health professionals. And Nicole, welcome, first of all. Thank you for being here. You have unfortunately, tremendous personal experience with this.
Yes.
What happened?
So in 2014, I was experiencing a lot of just weird symptoms, and I knew something wasn't right. And so I was going to my doctor, and I was telling him, something's wrong. I don't feel right. There's definitely something wrong with me. And he kept saying, basically, it's all in your head. You're having anxiety. You're all these things. And I knew, though, that I wasn't really having anxiety.
Right.
I'm a mother, I own a law firm, of course I have all these things going on, we're busy people, but I was like, this isn't anxiety, but he wouldn't take me seriously. And then in January of 2015, I ended up in the hospital. I was there for 30 days, and I got diagnosed with a rare lung disease, and I almost died while I was there. Wow. So it was a long journey that led to this really crucial moment.
Do you feel that if you could have been, and we're seeing some of the video that you took during this painful journey, it took you almost a year to get diagnosed, so your goal is to tell other women we have to be assertive. And there are things, do you feel like along the way you could have done things differently to get an earlier diagnosis?
Oh, absolutely. I always say there's basically 4 things that we should be doing, and some of which I didn't do. For example, even though I'm an attorney, so somebody that's naturally trained to be more assertive and knows how to speak up, I did what so many people do, which I sort of, I didn't want to be troublesome. I didn't want to cause a problem. I was not trying to push back at the doctor. When he was telling me something, I was trying to, respect his expertise. But
so you just sit there and listen.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah. And so I wasn't listening to my own body. And so that was something that I wish I would have done differently. I wish I would have been assertive, which is something that I tell people you really need to be.
And what does that mean, be assertive, though? You're not going to argue with the doctor.
No. It's not about being aggressive. Like what we're talking about is speaking up for yourself. Really articulating, like, there is something wrong. I know I feel something different. These are then the symptoms that I'm experiencing, and this is the difference it's making in my life. This is the difference from what I felt like before versus to how I am now.
And that really tees up perfectly, be prepared, because if you take some notes, even if in your phone, I feel like if you're getting a symptom or feeling funky, whatever it is, to put down the date and write it in some kind of record.
Yes.
And then when you show up, you can say, no, this is what happened to me on Tuesday and Wednesday, right?
Exactly. Like saying, like, this is when I started noticing it. This is the different things that I've seen over time. This is the difference in how it makes me feel, so that you can really be specific and you have sort of this evidence and a record of what's happening.
You should bring others with you to these appointments?
Well, if you are having a problem being heard, one of the most effective things that you can do is bring somebody with you that can also advocate on your behalf and also can state to the doctor, whoever's there, yes, I've seen these things as well. I've noticed a difference in my loved one or this person that I care about, and this is not just in their head, which for women it's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, but I was going to add to that, sometimes the translation is good. Sometimes maybe the way you're saying something or the way the doctor's saying something, it's good to have a third party there to say, I think what they mean, or this, right?
Absolutely.
To help with the translation. Get a second opinion. Should you always get a second opinion?
Well, I think that if you're not getting the answers that you feel you need to be hearing or that you don't feel are appropriate to what you're experiencing, then absolutely you need to get a second opinion. And that doesn't need to be something that's adversarial. Like, it doesn't need to be like it's a fight. It's the right thing to do. It's what you need to do for your health.
Yeah, and a lot of doctors would encourage you to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It should not be insulting at all.
Not at all.
Good information, Nicole. Thank you. And where do people find you?
You can find me at NicoleWipp.com or at miestatelawyer.com.
And really has turned into a great advocate to help women find good health care, figure it out. Thank you.
Thank you.